Okay. So, all good? Check again.
Checking, all good.
All right. Oops. What's that?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, thank you, Sasha and Nathan. Udah kasih kesempatan untuk hadir di podcast aku. Myinterview episode 9, teman-teman. Biasanya aku kayak langsung aja gitu kan. Nggak usah kayak terlalu kaku.
Yeah.
Nah, pertama-tama biasa, tolong perkenalkan diri ke teman-teman yang nonton.
Yeah.
Mungkin bisa dari Nathan ya.
Ya. Halo, nama saya Nathan dari Bali.
Hello, nama saya Sasha. Saya juga dari Bali, tapi kita lagi tinggal di Australia.
Ya.
Asik. Jadi warga Bali ya.
Iya.
Tapi udah tahu dong kayak ngapain sih kita saat ini ngobrolin apa? Udah tahu nggak kayak
Talking about mixed kids.
Anak campuran.
anak campuran.
Yeah.
Kalau zaman aku dulu itu istilahnya bilang kayak anak bule apa? Anak blasteran, anak Indo.
Yeah.
Padahal ya Indo kan Indonesia ya. Anak bulenya ya kalian kan bule-bule gitu kan.
Yeah.
Ya, jadi kayak awalnya biar tahu juga teman-teman kenapa aku tiba-tiba ada ide gitu, karena aku kan tertarik sama hal-hal sosial ya. Hal-hal sosial jadinya kayak kayaknya menarik nih dari dulu ketemu kan aku lama juga di Bali ya.
Yeah.
Kayak campur ini terus kayak stigma masyarakat tuh kadang-kadang kan mungkin beda-beda ya.
Yeah.
Nah, aku cuman kayak mau kasih lihat aja kalau teman-teman bisa lihat temanku nih di Australia ini yang asli yang kayak campuran bule. Nanti kita juga bahas ya campurannya apa aja.
Yeah.
Ternyata nggak semua stigmanya benar. Misalnya kayak berpikir gini kan kita nggak tahu ya asumsi ya. Jadinya itu alasan utamanya. Nah, jadi dimulai mungkin dari campurannya, papanya bule apa mamanya bule atau
Bapakku bule, dia lahir di Australia dan ibuku dari Malang. Di Jawa. Ya.
Oke, jadi lahir di Indonesia.
Ya. Tapi saya lahir di Bali dan tinggal di Bali 18 tahun.
Oke. Jadi selalu dari umur 0 sampai 18 tahun selalu di Bali ya?
Iya, dan pindah ke sini 3 tahun lalu untuk kuliah.
Kuliah,
Ya.
Oke. Kalau Sasha?
Bapakku bule dari Inggris, terus ibuku dari Jakarta, tapi udah lama tinggal di Bali, terus saya lahir di Bali juga.
Lahir di Bali juga?
Iya,
Oke.
tinggal di situ hampir 19 tahun.
19 tahun?
Iya.
Oke, jadi semua itu emang lahir di Bali ya?
Iya.
Kalau boleh tahu, papa mama juga kayak ketemunya tuh kayak misalnya sempat tanya gak sih, ketemunya di mana sih? Di Bali apa di
Bali.
Di Bali juga?
Di Bali, iya.
Oke, sorry, mic-nya agak naik dikit.
Bapak dan ibuku bertemu di Tiara Dewata.
Tiara Dewa. Kalau untuk teman-teman yang bukan tinggal di Bali, Tiara Dewa tuh kayak supermarket ya.
Iya.
Supermarket legend banget di Denpasar. Warga Bali.
Mantap.
Tapi udah dibubarkan. Udah dari tahun berapa nggak salah? Habis Covid nggak salah ya.
Iya, udah bankrupt kayaknya.
Hanya kenangan. Dipindah lokasi sih. Oke. Jadi untuk kayak kan lagi-lagi ya stigma gitu kan. Mungkin diawali dari yang mudah-mudah dulu lah. Jadi kalian itu merasa terasosiasikan atau mungkin bahasa simpelnya kayaknya lebih ngerasa Indo atau lebih ngerasa gue bule banget men. Mungkin dari makanannya atau bahasanya atau kulturnya atau gimana?
Is it okay if I in English?
Oke, boleh.
Okay?
Ya, nggak usah.
Sorry. I think it's a mix of both. Depending on where I am, I feel more connected to either one. So like let's say when I'm in Bali, I feel so immersed in my culture. I love the food.
Okay.
It's delicious. I love representing my culture.
Yeah.
And when I'm here, I also love representing Indonesia because I'm not in the UK as well because I'm half English.
Oh, true.
So I feel more closer to my Indonesian culture, I would say.
Yeah.
And just slightly with my English culture when I'm in Australia sometimes because
Good.
Yeah.
Teman-teman ini Inggris sama Australia ini beda ya, meskipun mereka sama-sama bahasa Inggris, biar mungkin kalau di Indo kan bule mikirnya bule semua sama ya. Ya Inggris, Irlandia, Scotland, Amerika, Kanada, Australia beda kan. Jadi Inggris mungkin poinnya Sasha yang aku tangkap, Inggris ya beda ya dikit-dikit ya dengan Australia kan.
Yeah.
Cuman kamu kan konteksnya jadi lebih fleksibel ya. It depends where you're located.
Yeah.
But I think more my Indo side. Because I grew up there, tinggal lahir di situ. I think because I'm more
19 tahun full juga di situ ya. Umurnya berapa kalau boleh?
21.
Nathan?
21.
Oh iya. Almost like the rest of your life, like almost like 18 years, right?
Yeah.
18 years.
My whole life was in Bali.
Basically my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Until I moved here. Yeah.
Okay. Kalau Nathan?
Like I feel in my heart I'm always Balinese. Like I'm more Indonesian than anything else, but when I speak to people they think I'm American.
Oh.
Like the accent from the international school and everything.
Okay.
But in terms of culture, I'm more Indonesian than anything else. And yes, I can embrace my Australian side when I'm here.
Yeah.
But it's like depending who are you with, you know. It's like I can like, oh mate, you know,
Iya. Nggak bisa ngebohongin juga ya, namanya juga papanya bule kan. Maksudnya habit-habit yang dari cara ngomong, cuman kayak deep down, like bener-bener darah kita itu kayak Indonesia banget kalau secara personal kamu ya.
Iya. Karena saya kerja di dapur juga.
Oh yeah.
Like always around Indonesian food. And in Bali, like I used to be so fat.
Okay.
Used to eat so much Indonesian food every single day, and like it's just my mom used to cook rawon all the time.
We can talk about it later because I also was really fat. Just bit record, like I was also like a chubby guy when I was 10. But off topic anyway. Okay. I feel you, man. I feel you. By the way, kemarin kan Indonesia kan lawan Australia. Dibantai.
Oh yeah.
4-0 Asian Cup.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, siapa yang menang?
Australia, bro. Australia. Ada teman-teman kayak hancur lah, kayak trash, jadi kayak ya tapi anyway lah, Indonesia yang penting udah masuk 16 besar rekor. Ya tetaplah Coach Sintayong. Oke. Oh iya, kan ngomongin speaking of the school ya, teman-teman, kan schoolnya dari SD atau misalnya dari TK sampai SMA itu international atau gimana kalian?
International school,
Full. Oh, oke. Berarti emang mau nggak mau ya Inggris full ya. Terus pertemanannya gimana kalau boleh tahu? Kayak after school and in school.
Did you want to answer that?
So first before I even went to school, I was born speaking Indonesian every single day.
Okay.
Like from age kayaknya 2 sampai 5.
2 sampai 5, yeah.
I could only speak Indo. I could not even speak English properly.
Okay.
And then when I went, because I started school in BIS when I was 3. Doing half days, and then I fully started doing school when I was 4, and then when I got to the age of 5, I started learning English because all the kids around me were speaking English.
Yes, okay.
So then I just spoke more English than anything else, and then didn't have maids at home anymore, so I didn't really speak Indonesian to my maids as much anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, when I grew up, that was my maids taking care of me and my mom taking care of me, and that was always Indonesian.
Okay. Jadi mau nggak mau kayak dari setelah itu kan, teman-temannya ya, teman nongkrongnya, teman-teman mainnya dari BIS itu ya, Bali International School kan.
Iya.
Ya jadi mau nggak mau ya Inggris terus ya.
Iya, terus.
Kamu juga?
Same, English all the time, during school, after school.
Sekolahnya sama juga?
Pas agak kecil beda. Saya di Sanur Independent School, SIS, tapi I don't think it's much there anymore.
Kayak udah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but
still pretty big now.
Still pretty big? I'm not too sure, but I used to go to SIS and it's all English.
Okay.
All speaking English.
Itu SD ya?
Yeah,
SD. Terus SMP, SMA ke satu sekolah?
Terus kelas 8 ke BIS.
BIS.
Yeah.
Oke. Ya udah berarti emang. Cuman kayak mikir kayak kan di Bali nih ya. Oke, teman-teman nongkrong, tapi kayak bisa beli nasi gorengnya kayak hal receh lah ya, kayak ke McDonald kan orang Indo ya.
Iya.
Terus gimana kayak kan nggak mungkin full, maksudnya praktis juga kan. This is Indo lah, kan? Maksudnya mother language Indo itu gimana?
Well, at home, my mom would always kind of speak to me in Indonesian when I was growing up, just very little bit to kind of like biar belajar sedikit, you know. So pas saya keluar mau orderan apa, beli apa, bahasa Indo, of course.
Nathan?
Sama ibu ngomong bahasa setiap hari dan Jawa sedikit.
Oh iya. Itu kan kamu ngomong bahasa ya?
Yeah.
Itu biar cross check juga teman-teman kita ini sebenarnya persepsi kalian kalau misal orang nanya what kind of language Indonesian people talk? Kalian bahasa.
But so many different dialects.
Oh, enggak, maksudnya kan bahasa itu kalau kita translate language kan?
Yeah. Oh iya.
Bahasa Indonesia atau bahasa?
Bahasa Indonesia.
Should be bahasa Indonesia sendiri. Karena itu kadang-kadang teman-teman kayak membuat ada sedikit kebingungan ya. Jadi kayak kalau aku sih kalau ditanya what kind of language Indonesian people talk? We speak Indonesian language because like you said united language. But benar kayak di Jawa ya Jawa, di Bali bahasa Bali. Dan kalau di daerah-daerah lain kan aku kan dari Batak ya, meskipun lahir di Jakarta ya bahasa Batak gitu kan. Jadi biar nggak salah juga kan. Tapi kalau aku orangnya receh ya teman-teman. Kalau bercandanya gimana? Kan bercandanya bule tuh kayak hak intelektual gitu nggak sih? Kayak kadang-kadang kayak aku di sini struggle ya teman-teman, kayak bercandanya tuh ketawa nggak ketawa takut kayak nggak sopan gitu kan. Nah kalau Indo kan receh kayak nonton di TV kayak gebukin lah atau apa kepleset, itu kayak gimana? Struggle juga nggak? Nggak juga.
Sedikit.
A little bit.
Yeah, karena di Bali like sometimes I just want to speak in English straight away, and then I can't speak Indonesian too much and forget my Indonesian a little bit. And
tapi kalau nonton kayak nonton humor gitu, nonton
it's always
English.
Well, it's always English, but sometimes when my mom in Java, it's always Indonesian. Just like I watch SpongeBob in Indonesian.
Yeah,
or something.
like they dub it.
TV nasional ya.
TV nasional. Atau kalau kayak pas ke Jakarta nonton kayak sinetron, Trans 7,
sinetron juga.
RCTI.
Bro, teman-teman bule nih nontonnya sinetron. Nggak judging, so something new kan, trivia gitu kan.
Saya punya teman di sinetron, so I watch them sometimes. It's funny just like I look at them.
Oh iya di Bali itu kan banyak bule ya. Maksudnya bukan banyak bule, maksudnya banyak inilah anak-anak FTV.
Iya.
FTV. Pasti banyak nih teman-teman artis nih.
One day.
Okay.
Ada banyak offer sih. Come on, you do sinetron. I'm like, no, thank you.
Like I remember one time I was in Beach Walk. I was probably 15, 16, and then this modeling agent, his name was Adi, and he was casting all these people like Junior Roberts.
What? Julia Roberts?
No, Junior Roberts.
Oh, Junior. I was like, whoa, okay.
Junior Roberts is like, now he's like a famous Indo Sinetron guy, but I remember I met him at Beach Walk with him, and he was just like, hey man, we want you to come to Jakarta, live with Junior for the next 6 months. So but basically I had to drop out of grade 10 and then live in Jakarta, learn Bahasa every single day for Sinetron, do all this and do modeling on the side. But I asked my dad, and my dad's like, nah, mate, just stay home.
All right, I can tell like your dad is giving you big help.
Yeah,
you should like.
I believed him because I was just like, yeah, I could go be Indonesian famous, but I don't know. I feel like with the bule, unlike for Anak campuran, it can be kind of easy, you just have to learn Indonesian, learn the script, and get the right people around you, and then you can be on a Sinetron show. But obviously it's easier said than done. But I feel like with orang campuran, they kind of looking like those agents are kind of scouting for people looking like us in a sense.
Can you just close?
Trying to look like us basically.
Nah, untung kamu ngomongin kayak tentang half bule yang kayak scouting FTV kan, karena again kita nggak perlu memungkiri teman-teman kayak di banyak negara-negara Asia kayak Singapura, Malaysia, Filipina yang looks yang very very poin-poinnya plusnya di situ yang dijual kan. Maksudnya kan banyak kan orang-orang kayak lu bule doang lu gitu kan, stigmanya kan. Langsung aja straight to the point yang orang Indo ngerti lah pasti kan bule. Nah, kalian pernah nggak ngalamin kayak gitu kayak bener-bener di underestimate yang nggak bener-bener melihat kayak kalian ini sebenarnya secara manusia ya nggak gara-gara bule banget kayak kalian memiliki semua advantage dan your life way easier nggak juga atau gimana? Pernah ngalamin kayak gitu nggak? Mungkin dari Sasha.
I mean, kayaknya I think there's pros and cons, of course, for being like mixed when you're based in Indonesia because a lot of the time when I say like I'm in Jakarta and I'm with my Indonesian family, they like people around me view me as like the only bule, the only mixed kid in my whole Indonesian family. So they sometimes make fun of my Indonesian, or I cannot speak English in Indonesian very fluently sometimes. They like compare me to like Cinta Laura. Like, they're like, oh, bahasanya kayak Cinta Laura, like it's like rusak-rusak gitu. Like, and then what do you expect? I mean, my Indonesian is not perfect, and like I say, my mother tongue is English, so obviously my Indonesian is my second language, even though as much as I try to speak Indo.
So that's like still with the communication struggles.
And even with my looks. When I'm with like my Indonesian family, I do look more bule.
So is it like they perceived it as like a person that it's gonna be hard to blend in with the society?
A little bit. I think also depending on the culture, like in Jakarta as well.
Urban
very
city,
different to Bali and like how. Like,
Jakarta yang a bit harder.
A little bit different, I'd say, not harder, but just different. They're different, like I say, how you dress in Jakarta would be quite different to how you dress in Bali. Especially Bali being a very tropical place, very hot, I think in Jakarta, I was more taught to cover up, obviously. Wear
more conservative.
Exactly. So that took me a while to understand when I moved to Jakarta. So I think there's a bit of a difference. And living in Jakarta where there's like more on the like smaller areas.
Okay.
I'd say there's no bules there.
Ya benar.
There's none.
Gang,
Yeah,
kampung ini,
it's just me.
RT ini, RW ini.
Yeah, so when I come, they're like, "Oh my gosh, like
So pretty."
and like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
That's the majority of the.
But still, with your outfit, it's totally different when you.
Oh
in
yeah,
Bali.
for sure. And of course, I want to respect it as much as I can.
Yeah.
So when I go to Jakarta, I know what I'm getting, like what I need to bring, what I need to wear, instead of how I would dress in Bali.
So it's actually like a hustle as well. Like you cannot always do whatever you want because that something that you have to think. Oh, this is not, let's say, not Bali, bukan Inggris, let's say. Jadi nggak gampang ya, nggak gampang kan. Kayak misalnya kalian hadir pun mereka udah bilang, lu udah bule soalnya, gitu kan. Kayak eksistensi kalian pun kayak ini ya kayak bukan asumsi, maksudnya this is my theory. Jadi kayak apakah benar seperti itu? Kalau secara kamu personal?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's hard. I think it's just you just gotta understand it and you gotta respect it as much as you can.
Okay.
So obviously, with my family being there, I want obviously respect it as much as I can. And I try not to bring that stigma of like dressing in like tank tops all the time in Bali. I don't want to bring that into an area that isn't like that.
So no negative comment, negative voices.
Oh no, 100%. No, not really.
From neighbors, you know.
Well, maybe not that I know of. Maybe not to me personally, but again, I don't dress any way that would offend them in the first place because I don't want that to even rise.
That's good.
I feel like you get catcalled a lot though in Bali.
Like,
but that's like again.
That's
I'm not,
basically everywhere.
I'm not being sexist, but itu kan kebanyakan cewek ya.
Yeah.
Man, like we have to talk realistically what happened, right? Jadi kayak nggak mungkin lah cowok di catcalling kayak geli banget ya. Cowok, kan cewek kan maksudnya kayak, tapi itu di Bali malahan kan? Kebalik ya, bukan di Jakarta ya?
I know Jakarta juga.
I think I haven't been to Jakarta in a long time, so I was quite young when I would go to Jakarta, and like I was like 13, so kayaknya nggak ada banyak, like there was not much catcalling. They'd probably just be like looking at me because I'm mixed or not like fully Indonesian or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of catcalling in Bali, but I would also say there's catcalling basically everywhere. Like you can't really escape it. And
that's true.
Okay,
that's the issue, you know.
What about you, Nathan?
Well, I honestly feel like there's more pros than cons to being like mixed kid. Okay. Because like growing up in Bali, it's like, oh man, it's amazing. You get the mix of both worlds, you know. You can,
like a hybrid.
Yeah, you get a hybrid. Yeah.
Gado-gado.
Oh gini ya, dari kontennya natural banget ya, nasional.
Yeah.
Gado-gado.
Yep.
And then it's like, you know, you get that Western mindset from your father, and then like I swear, my mom. I love my mom so much. She's from Malang, and her mindset's more like kampung, you know? And there's nothing wrong about that. But it's just like, you have the both worlds of that. And it's like, I feel like with the Western culture, that's a bit more fixated on, you know, working, getting a job, going to university. And it's like, it's a little bit more ego-driven.
In individualistic.
Yeah. In a Western culture. But then with, I don't know, I feel like Indonesian culture or Asian cultures in general, everything is a bit more humble. They're more focused on family, more focused on love, focused on, you know, eating the right food with each other, or just being with each other all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
Communal, respect each other.
And a little bit more, way more religious too, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's a big issue as well, like about spiritual.
Yeah, more spiritual too, I believe. You know, it's like I feel Asian cultures are way more in touch with their spiritual ancestors or their spiritual parts of their body and spiritual parts of their life, compared to Western people are a bit more disconnected from all that, I feel.
Especially in Bali.
And especially in Bali, man. Like, I feel like
Island of the Gods.
Growing up there has just been amazing.
1,000 temples.
1,000 temples.
Beautiful
everywhere.
temples.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like in Sanur, man, every house has a spirit.
Okay.
You know,
kamu di Sanur ya?
Ya, lahir di Sanur, tinggal di Sanur.
Kalau Sasha di?
Nusa Dua.
Yeah.
Oh, Nusa Dua. Terus masih di Nusa Dua juga?
Masih.
Oh, domisili. Oh, oke. Cuman kalian beda ya, Sanur, Nusa Dua lah ya.
Yeah.
Terpisah benua.
Ya, tapi kan ada jalan tol.
Just a tol. 15 menit.
Dari 2012 tuh.
Yeah.
I remember APEC tuh. Off topic again. Yeah. I was like driving the scooter, go to the I think 6:30 a.m. like for the delegation.
Yeah.
Good old times.
Go so fast on that tall.
Itu spiritual ya berarti ya.
Yeah.
Kayak di maksudnya lagi-lagi kan bule itu kan ya logika dong.
Yeah, it's always about more logic, but I feel like Indonesians way more superstitious. because it's like, I don't know, like they feel that, or like, oh, maybe a ghost moved that or something. But in reality, it was just some wind, or something.
But which one do you prefer? Like personally?
I personally prefer like a mix between both, but I feel like I'm more spiritual than anything else. It's like growing up in Bali, I cannot help but feel that energy on this island. There's just an energy that you feel that's completely different from any other place that you've been to.
Even though your friends inner circle more like international school, right?
They're more international. They're all mixed too, but they're way more international, way more bule in a sense, I guess.
But they don't spiritual.
Some of them are. Some of them are way more open to it, but most of them are just like, oh man, it's just all
delusional.
The cuckoo.
The cuckoo. Interesting. So far, like, you guys feel like, this is such a blessed life being a mixed kids. You can say
100%.
100%.
I'm very grateful.
I'm extremely grateful. I practice gratitude every single day. Like, man, from all the places I could have been born in the world, I was born in Bali. From like all the places, man, it's just amazing to be growing up there, and
then now live in Australia.
Very grateful, because like you're exposed to two completely different cultures, and you're able to experience all of that, take into all of that, and learn about so many things at once. And especially being in an international school as well, meeting a bunch of different people that have come from other parts of the world. So I think it's definitely.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes initiatively trying to explain people about the different perspective of stigma, like initiatively reaching out, like sometimes, I don't know, because it's just me again. Let's say with the locals, with your families, like in Jakarta, or you maybe in Java, and sometimes you wanna like sharing with your niece or whoever, like explaining about it's not easy being like this or what. Never do anything like that.
I've like explained it to my mom before, and my mom's just like, oh, it's okay, it's a blessing,
With the logat.
Yeah, you're my baby boy, just you can do anything, it's okay.
Okay, so agak nggak dibengkokin dikit.
Oh, bengkoking.
Ke bawah.
Ke bawah.
Agak ketutupan muka kamu. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Jadi gimana tadi? Mama kamu ya?
Yeah, my mom. It's just like, I feel like it's with all my friends and my family, I do trying to speak to them about like how being a mixed kid can be difficult sometimes. But most of the time it's always just like, man, what are you gonna be sad about? Why was it difficult, man? You're mixed, you're from Bali, you're this, you're that, it's amazing to be you. And I'm just like, yeah, it is absolutely amazing. I'm 100% grateful. But it's like, man, last time I went back to Bali, this like literally 2-3 months ago.
Okay.
Went there, and Bali is my home, born and raised there. Yeah. But I go down the road, I'm bule.
Man, but you're not. Oh, wait, true. Actually,
but it's like I can be a little bit tan because I selancar setiap hari there. You know? Like I get tan from surfing there, and then that's when I'm darker, then I look more local. But then when I came back there straight away, I was more white. Like this color, and they think I'm bule. And sometimes like I feel like the only bad thing about being mixed kid is it's like they view you as money. You're more than just. I'm more than just money, man. Like, I'm a person from this earth. I'm born from Bali. There's different countries dividing us, but I don't know. Like when I went to go climb Batur, it's like I had 5 friends. 3 of them were fully white, and then 2 of my other friends were from Bali. I went to school with them, raised there, everything. But still, we're viewed as fully white foreigners, and we have to, pay the price of a foreigner. And they're just like, "Oh man, you're from Australia. You have more money, then you can pay me this money." I'm just like, but I also did work really hard for this money too. It's just like sometimes I feel like Indonesians, they really do lack that perspective of a Westerner, or when they do come into the country with a little bit more money, it's just like, yeah, man, we worked for this money, but we're working there with a different opportunity. And I get it that there's different. Cost of living in Indonesia, cost of living in Australia. So obviously we get paid a little bit differently, but I don't know, man. I guess the only negative is just when you go into Indonesia, and I'm trying to be in my own home country, and like this is my home at my heart.
I get it.
But I don't get that respect. This is my home too,
It's always like that conversation, because when I used to live in the backpackers for 2 years, and then like all the backpackers compare like Thailand, Bali, Philippines, they're all the same. Yeah, there are spots where when they see foreigners or those people like white or let's say half, they're gonna see like as money straight away.
Exactly.
It's something that you can't change, but There are some other also places that's not doing that, which is good. So
it's amazing,
I think it's very hard to change for that because it's back again with the individual.
Yeah, it is. It's true. It's about that perspective of whoever is stopping you, who talking to you. Because like, I've also been stopped, like by a police in Bali, like, riding my motorbike, and they're just like, you bule, hello sir, how are you doing
with
today?
Helmet, of course.
With helmet.
Okay,
always with helmet.
Remember riding
safety first.
Yeah, with helmet. Okay.
But there's definitely like a different price in Indonesia as well. I don't know about everywhere in Indonesia, but from my experience in Bali, there's a bule price and then there's a local price.
As always.
Usually when I'm reached to like the tukang parkir, and
they see you,
they see me as bule, and then I start speaking Indonesian, and they're like, oh, like
local price,
local, and I'm like, yeah, local, lahir di sini, man, like, and then they're like, oh yeah, okay, and then I get a local price, which is like, I understand they need to like target towards different.
They're hustling you.
Yeah, understandable, completely. That's fine.
So udah biasa lah ya.
Yeah.
Kalian jadi kayak it is already part of my life.
Yeah.
Ya kayak juga itu kayak something that you can't control, right?
No, you can't.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Kayak ya udah nggak usah stres gitu kan. Kayak guanya aja yang slow gitu kan.
Exactly.
Kayak ya bye bye itu udah kan cabut kan.
Yeah, exactly.
Kayak misal kayak kasus di Mount Butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, explain a bit.
It is what it is. Just
bye bye. See you, or maybe I never see you again.
See you never.
It's like it's a you problem, not me problem. If you can't talk to me the same way, it's like It's like with the police. It's like he's talking to me and he thinks I'm fully bule, but then I speak to like, halo Pak, saya lagi di Sanur, rumahku di situ. He's like, oh Sanur. Oh nah maaf deh, nih, just go. Like I don't have to pay anything. It's just like the moment you speak a little bit more, it's like, oh, you got their respect straight away. And
makanya lancarin bahasa Indonesia nih bro.
That's why.
Sasha kayak lebih lancar ya bahasa Indonesia. Kamu kayak terlalu
still bule.
Masih bule banget.
Yeah.
Kayak kalian punya ini nggak sih sibling?
Punya.
Oh enggak. Kamu
aku sendiri.
Anak tunggal kamu?
Yeah, I'm the youngest, so my name is Ketut in Bali, basically.
Oh, anak keempat dong ya?
Yeah,
anak keempat.
Yeah, and then my oldest sister, she lives in Sydney. Her name's Sarah. She's 52.
52?
She's the same age as my mom, which is pretty trippy.
Crazy.
Okay. And then I have a brother who's named Jai. He's 43, and he has a daughter named Amira, and I'm an uncle actually, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And then I have my other sister Georgia, who I actually grew up with in Bali my whole life, and she's 23.
Okay.
But it's like the same father, 3 different mothers.
Okay. With those old siblings, keep communicating.
Yeah, we have a family group chat. We all talk to each other all the time.
Cool.
My eldest sister Sarah, she only just got married last year in Sydney, and all the family flew over there to go see her, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Itu juga agak culture shock kan, kayak misalnya kayak
fully.
Kita kan namanya juga nikah sekali aja ya bro.
Yeah.
Nah, maksudnya ya sedikit off topic, cuman anyway kayak punya keluarga beda mama atau beda papa kan kayak it's rare.
It's rare, man.
Kalau bukan beda negara kan.
Yeah. And it was funny because like when I met my brothers and sisters for the first time, it's like, oh wow, you're the same age as my mom. Like,
oh true, yeah.
That was just weird, and there was also like a level of maturity to both of them, and they're just like, I'm still your bigger sister, I'm still your bigger bro. It's like it's a different family connection compared to your mother and your father. And like I love that feeling. It's like I have an older sister who has like lot wiser than me. I can talk to her about anything if I really need to.
Vibes-nya jadi westernnya itu bisa lebih slow ya, lebih casual ya. Kalau di Indo kan kayak udah tua, lebih dari 10 tahun kayak udah waduh kalau ngomong naikin level dikit kayak aduh bahaya nih.
Yeah. I also feel like with Indo it's like my mom, how old is she? Like my mom just turned 50 something,
Okay.
And my dad's already in his 60s. Still working, still riding his bicycle every day, still working out every day, still like very very sehat. And I love that about my dad. But my mom, it's like 50 udah tahu, udah tua sekarang, gak bisa kerja, kamu harus bayar untuk saya, it's just like, but it's like I feel like Indonesians slowly when they get to like the age of 50 maybe they think they're a lot older now, and they're just like, oh maybe I can santai and be more relaxed. But in a Western culture it's like, man, they keep working till they die sometimes.
It's
like
normal ya bagi Western ya. Umur 60. Kalau Sasha gimana? Kalau orang tuanya kayak gitu nggak? Kayak papa mamanya?
No, actually, my mom just turned 50 and she's active than ever.
Okay.
She's a Pilates instructor.
Okay, cool.
So she's really active every day, which I'm very proud of.
Wow.
I love her very much. And my dad's also very...
Cukup jarang gitu loh. Not quite often like Indonesian women.
I guess so. I'm very, very proud that my mom, she's been a like very active person ever since she was like in her 20s. So she's been definitely influencing that on me to start now. So that
health is a very good investment, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think she's also living proof of that too.
Okay.
And my dad, like my dad still is working. He loves to make boats and he's still a very creative person. So I think I get both of that from both my parents. So.
Tapi kamu karena lahir di Bali sering ke Inggris gak?
Oh no, aku cuman ke situ baru sekali, only once in my entire life.
True.
Kapan tuh?
Pas aku
kecil.
Like 8 tahun.
Oh.
Yeah, like very, very young.
Tapi UK only lah ya? Nggak?
Yeah, the UK, like the south of England. So
South of England berarti London, London, Liverpool?
Enggak sih, Cornwall.
Big city-nya apa nah? Kalau itu
Cornwall. It's a very small town.
Okay.
So that's where my dad grew up in Cornwall. Well, he was born there, and then he actually lived in Perth for a little bit, and then he lived in Bali ever since he was very, very young,
Cuman
before he was 20.
Ada nggak bigger city yang lebih terkenal namanya di Cornwall yang deket-deket? Nggak ada ya?
Maybe like Truro, Plymouth. That it's very like rural area.
Kan kalau di Indo kan kalau udah ngomongin Inggris ya sepak bola lah ya.
Yeah.
Jadi kayak Manchester, London, gitu-gitu. Jadi kayak Cornwall.
Yeah, Cornwall is not.
I think it's a small surfing town in England.
Yeah,
they have really good surf there.
Karena south ya.
Yeah, near the ocean.
Oh, okay.
So I've only been there once, so I don't really know much about it.
You hate it or you like it?
I don't hate it.
Okay. Karena orang bilang kayak ke UK itu weather always the issue is weather.
It's very, very gloomy. When I was there, it was gloomy, but it was a very nice place. Very nice to see where my dad was born and see all
building architect.
Yeah, see all that stuff. See all the pubs. See all the
shepherd's pie.
Yeah, all the like
fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chops, man.
Fish and chops. Kalau ngomongin fish and chips, ngomongin orang New Zealand, fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Off topic. Gila, gue sering banget kayak off topic kalau ngomong kayak menjalar lebar kebanyakan pikiran kayak. Anyway, ya berarti UK ya udah lama juga ya.
Yeah, sih, tapi I just don't. I
associate it that much at all ya.
Well, of course I represent that I'm English, half English, but I didn't go there too many times when I was a kid because I lived in Bali most of my life. So I never really went to the UK. I never really lived there. And
only as a tourist.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Berarti paspornya?
Saya barusan pilih Australia. Tadi dapat dual citizenship.
Karena kamu udah 22 ya? 21. Harus milihnya?
Harus pilihnya
21.
Sebelum 21.
Yeah.
Oh, kamu udah 22 ya?
Saya 21.
Kamu 21.
Harus pilih tahun
sebelumnya.
Tahun lalu.
Kalau kamu
went to Bali
Inggris.
last time.
Udah Inggris ya?
Oh. Dulu juga dual
citizen.
Tapi Inggris because my visa's on there.
True.
My student visa here is on my UK, so I have to choose it.
Cuma bukan berarti nggak support Indo ya? Maksudnya
Of course, I support. I love
wanted
my
Indonesian,
home.
but like I didn't even make KTP because I feel like if you have KTP, that's basically still dual citizenship.
Because it's seumur hidup.
True.
KTP-nya.
Have it for life. You can still go to the KTP line at the airport and.
Oh no, that's kitas, right?
KTP juga.
KTP
Oh,
juga.
it's a KTP.
Yeah.
Oh, berarti kalau nyampe di airport ke imigrasinya, kalau punya KTP ya jalur imigrasi Indo kan?
You can do that?
Bisa.
Oh.
Because you're from Indonesia.
What? I've been doing visa on arrival.
Like
this last time.
Sorry, mate. You have waste all the chances because you now already choose the Australian passport.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. Oh, aku juga baru tahu gitu ya.
Yeah.
Oh, tapi karena udah pilih paspor Australia, ya udah nggak mungkin dapat KTP juga kan?
Ya, nggak bisa.
Kakak nggak di Indo dong. Berarti kakak kan kartu keluarga tuh.
Ya, saya nggak punya karena papa. I was born like an Australian citizen. And then I made my Indonesian passport like a year after or 2 years after I was born or something, and then I kept using that and renewing that.
Okay.
So my family never thought it was like needed for me to have a KTP. But now I wish I did have a KTP because like I could have kept that for life.
Okay. BPJS juga nggak ya? BPJS nggak?
BPJS itu apa ya?
Kayak asuransi kesehatan Indonesia.
Oh, I actually don't know. for me.
Kayak Medicare gitu sih kalau di sini
Enggak
Medicare.
kayaknya. I don't think so, but I do have kakak and I have KTP.
Oh, kakak ada juga. Oke.
Yeah.
Oke, maybe last question kayak kalau kalian encourage nggak sih teman-teman kayak ya lagi-lagi yang nonton kan paling kan nggak di Bali juga ya tinggalnya ya. Mungkin teman-teman yang terinspirasi kayak wah keren nih kayak punya pasangan bule gitu kan kayak kalian. Terus gimana kayak sebenarnya oke gitu, tapi challenge-nya apa, gimana, struggle-nya gimana?
I honestly think it's more positive. There's positives and negatives to everything, but I think being more exposed to different cultures around the world will definitely like learn for yourself, you know, and like educate yourself.
So it's good point, educate yourself first kan. Jadi nggak cuma ngeliat dari wah kerennya doang, cuman kan ada culture shocknya, different values, different communication style kan. Cuman karena kalian udah generasi kedua kan, atau masih sedikit ada different, nggak juga ya?
It's just a different vibe in general. I feel it's like you come from Bali, and like when I moved from Bali to here, it's like the people speak differently, they act differently, they socialize differently. It's a whole different culture fully.
Okay.
And like that gave me a full culture shock. You know, it's like everyone in Bali, they're just like, oh, what you want to do after school? Ayo ke warung or atau ke sini, like santai di sini or whatever. But here it's like, I'm going back to my room. See you later. Don't want to talk to you or whatever. It's like they're just,
it's
I don't know.
a bit different.
Everyone here is way more real, which I do like, but at the same time, it's
on level. Just keep it now.
Yeah,
I have to strict with my own Balinese style or Indonesian style, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I get what you mean. Like maybe from your perspective, because you were born, grew up in Bali, jadi lebih ke arah ke Australia, another culture shock kan. Cuman kayak konteksnya aku kayak lebih ke let's say kayak siapapun yang pure Indonesian terus kayak ketemu cewek atau cowok pasangannya yang beda negara, itu maksudnya kayak di situ culture shocknya kan, ngerti nggak sih? Kayak misalnya kalau bule Rusia yang lebih mukanya gini atau gimana, padahal dia seneng gitu kan. Ya kok kamu nggak senyum sih gitu kan? Loh ini aku udah senyum gitu, padahal enggak gitu kan. Maksudnya kayak culture shock gitu yang receh-receh, cuman kayak makes a lot of big impact kan.
Tapi emang kan that's our parents, literally our parents. So our parents are completely different.
Like, di rumah gimana? Sering berantem nggak? Kayak masih berantem gitu nggak sih?
My parents are not together. They're divorced. So I wouldn't know. But back then it was fine. Yeah, it was good. But also at the same time, my dad grew up in Bali as well. So he kind of already got immersed in the culture of Indonesia, and he can also speak Indonesian very well, better than me probably.
Bisa parkir motor sendiri.
Bisa naik mobil, bagus. So,
bisa nawar ya?
Bisa.
Bo, engke nih, bayar berapa nih gitu kan?
Bisa. I can't even do that yet.
Oh, cool.
But, yeah, so I'd say both of our parents are even just already completely different from different countries, and they're coming together, and they're coming together because they love each other or whatever, you know.
Kalau kamu kayak orang tuanya kayak gimana? Kayak
so like,
when you grew up, like
when I was growing up, my parents, they loved each other a lot, you know, but they divorced in 2013 over religion at the end of the day. It's because like, and I don't want to get into religion too much.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but it's like my mom's family is very Islam, and I was born Islam. And it got to the point where my mom wanted my sister and I to go to an Islam school and start learning the Quran every single day and Salat every single day. And then my dad's like, hey man, just let the kids pick what they want to go to. And like, it's their life. They can gravitate towards whatever belief they really believe, you know. And I love my dad for that, because it's like, man, it's like they gave us freedom to live our life and choose what we wanted to do in life instead of just go straight down to Muslim. And I have nothing wrong with Muslim. I love the culture of Islam, and the Quran itself has lots of values you can learn from. But I don't know. I wanted that freedom.
But that's a good. I mean, like to say quite important again. Like a lot of things you have to consider about that mix countries, right? Because these days people, aku bahasa Inggris sih. Belakangan kan lagi-lagi kan kayak secularism atau segala macam kan, kayak religion kayak elah kan. Itu kan orang bule banget tuh. Kayak ya oke lah ada sisi positifnya. Cuman kalau kalian ini mungkin salah satu tujuan utama aja biar menginspirasi ya, itu juga harus kalian mikir. Karena juga poin penting, educate yourself. Karena kalau misal kayak Indian kayak sebenarnya ya you can't handle it, nggak bisa handle itu loh kayak.
It depends on the person. You just have to know what you want to do, and if you want to, you can stay with your own culture and.
Which is not easy or easy, you think?
I
I feel like it can take a toll on you. You know, if you stay within that own bubble of like, you know, if I was living in Bali for the rest of my life, I think I'd actually go crazy in Bali. You know, I love Bali, but it's such a small island. It's like everybody kind of knows everyone. It's like there's drama always kind of happening, but it's like, what's this drama for? You know, you're just trying to relax in Bali. And for some reason, every time I go back to Bali, there's some kind of drama. And like when I'm back here, I'm just like, oh, it's santai again. You know, it's like I don't need to deal with that.
I just think it definitely is a benefit to travel around and expose yourself to different cultures, whether you like, I don't know, like it or not. It's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes, but in situations where you can just explore and adventure and just learn about so many different things,
that's good.
That'll for sure benefit you. And then in the end, you'll probably know what you want. You'll know what you want, and whether you like to associate yourself with this country, this culture. If you love one other country or culture more, then you can associate yourself more with that. And you know, it's probably better for you, you know.
Regardless your origin country, different with something that you like.
Exactly.
Even though like of course process takes time. Like, you know, we're from Indonesia again, with the families, with the attachment. You have to like sometimes arguing, you know, because again, different opinion, different era.
Different generation.
Different generation is a big issue. So well, I mean, like we talk a lot. Like I would say like what you guys talk to me, like when you guys explain everything, so far very positive.
It's a very positive.
Yang aku dapetin energi kalian, maksudnya vibes energi.
I thought you were gonna say
spiritual.
I thought you were gonna say energen, like the drink.
Beep, no sponsor. Anyway, maksudnya asik, jadi kayak no stress. Meskipun ya adalah pasti ada plus minus di setiap keluarga. Cuman kayak thank you so much for udah kasih insights banget mengenai bagaimana menjelaskan semua nggak semua, maksudnya all pretty much everything that you can tell for us untuk experience tentang bagaimana grow up dengan different countries parents. Yang satu Australia sama Indo ya. Papa kamu Australia, mama Jawa. Kalau Sasha kan Inggris, papanya sama mamanya Jakarta. Jakarta juga. Oke, itu aja sih yang bisa aku utarakan juga ke teman-teman. Thank you teman-teman udah nonton my interview. Cek untuk episode selanjutnya, dan kalau
subscribe.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much everyone, and as usual stay safe.
Makasih.
Bye bye.